Right, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the new video. Today we're going to stick the engine back in the car. So I've got the crane out ready to lift it. Everything's done now, as you can see. It's all put back together. We've got a new belt coming. They supplied us with the wrong belt. That's done. So I just want to get it on the crane, off of the stand here, because I want to clean up all around here. Because if you remember, when I took it out, it was a pain to get out because of the dowels here. Clean it all up. Get the new clutch on there, which is an LUK clutch. Very, very good one. And fingers crossed, get it back in the car. Right, I've just cleaned up around the edges here. Brake cleaner the lot. Got to put a little bit of grease in the sprocket bearing. Yeah, and here's the old clutch. Always make sure they're the same before you get too excited. I'm pretty sure this will be fine if it's LUK. You can see this one totally worn down. These are the grooves. There's just nothing there on that. I know it's rusty because it's been sat outside under the car, but this pretty much looks spot on, really. So just gonna stick it on there and tighten it all up. Right, when you put this thrust bearing in there, you just push it in there and it will just clip in. It's like a little spring there which holds it in place. Then when you put the clutch on there, you need one of these tools. It's an alignment tool, so the clutch is dead center in that for when you put it in there. Because when your shaft comes in, if it's not central, it won't go exactly through that hole which it's meant to do. And obviously you've got to put a little bit of grease around that. Well, I've just put a little bit of copper grease in there. Just set this up so when it's all nice and tight, the clutch won't move. It should stay in position. And if you look down it, you can see there's just the same amount all around, so you know it's central. Well, let me pop it on there. Right, as you can see, I've cleaned all this up now. Greased the shaft, greased the dowels, greased all the fork. When you put the fork in, it's got a groove at the end, so I put a red mark there so I know the groove's horizontal, because it's got a slot into this part here. I don't know if we can actually see that in the camera. Where are we? There. That little pin's got to go in between that. So when you put it in there, if it's like this, at least I know it's going to be there somewhere. So it's pretty much ready to go back in now. So let's get the engine hoist over and try and get it lined up. Right, I've got the engine in now. Pretty straightforward, to be totally honest with you. Don't leave a clean over that car. On the engine you've got the two bolts, studs. Put them in first, just to line it up, and maybe drop the gearbox down just to line it up and just push it in there. Pull it in with the rest of the bolts and it went straight in lovely. So I'm just going to finish buttoning up now, put the exhaust all back on there. That's going to be ready for the new subframe. As you can see how rusty it is down here, massive holes. The new subframe to go in, and that new front panel part. Right, the engine's all back in there now with my handy assistant Jared. We haven't got the radiator in yet. We're just going to start it up with no rad. We've just put the oil in there, 4.5 litres. Everything's buttoned up, everything's tight, so I'm just going to start it up.
Here we go.